Hey everyone, Brian here at Vintage Classic Specialist. Happy Tuesday to everyone, and it is time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist, our daily episodes where we talk about our progress here on various V-dubs in our little shop. So, to the keen observer who watches the show regularly, probably noticed, the red 67 Beetle is gone to its forever home. So yeah, it left today. They came and picked it up. Originally, it was going to go yesterday. The owner, they had a bit of a delay getting the insurance through, and they didn't want to drive it until they had insurance, which is smart, I think. And so, yeah, it went home today. I heard back from him. Sounds like he had a great drive home in it. He even got to test out the windshield wipers a little bit because it was raining, despite not being in the forecast till this evening, but that's weather in Southern California for you. So yeah, it is gone, and the shop is a bit less colorful for it. However, we still got some good colors going on here. We got the fluorescent / blinding Raana green, which to me is more yellow than green. Who knows? Otherwise known as the tennis ball there. We've got this beautiful sea blue 64 Beetle. We got pearl white here. We've got mouse gray. We've got dove gray. So some colors named after animals for whatever reason. Brilliant blue, I think. Bright blue, something like that. Sorry, I'm not quite as up on my bay window colors. But yeah, we still got some colors going on here. Although the red did look good in the shop, especially this time of year, Christmas. But, well, we still have some red upholstery, which is for this 64 here. So why don't we move on from me yapping about colors of Volkswagens and talk about what happened today. So Mr. Rafa worked today some on the tennis ball, aka the Raana green 74 Beetle, and he finished putting the decklid together as far as the license plate housing and the light itself and so on, license plate mount there. So just, more little details like that. The license plate light housings on these are kind of funky. They got some ribs on them. Don't know why. I'm not sure why Volkswagen added that. And I don't know what year they added that. If somebody knows, let me know. I'm kind of curious. I know they weren't on there on late 60s or I don't think early 70s even. So it must have been more maybe around this time, maybe around 74. Not sure. If somebody knows, let me know. It's kind of an interesting detail. So anyway, yeah, he finished up the deck lid and then moved back to the front of the car and put in the steering column is now in. So yesterday the shaft itself was in, but now the actual column is in. And we had Renee do some paint work on the turn signal stock here. You can see how we managed to preserve all the lettering and symbols and stuff on that. Really, really happy with that. I think I showed you guys that yesterday, but now it's installed in the car. You kind of get more of an appreciation for it. The steering wheel, let's see, where's steering wheel? I saw it around here somewhere. I think it's back here. Steering wheel, we fixed a couple cracks in it and then again painted it and cleared it with automotive clear, which again is very hard and very durable, so you don't really have to worry about that wearing off anytime soon. But yeah, it came out really good. And then the horn button and so on is also around here somewhere. So yeah, coming right together, this baby. Those are kind of the main things here with this one today. He did run some errands for the shop this morning, and then he worked on the Gia a little bit as well. So didn't quite get a full day in on the tennis ball here, but managed to get quite a few little things done at least. So for myself, and I'll kind of talk about Jacob and myself here at the same time because we both worked on the 64 Sea Blue Beetle here. Let's talk about what Jacob did first. So he went ahead, and now that all the paint and undercoating and stuff is done, he went ahead and reinstalled the fender beading, which the fender beading that came in on the car was actually in really good shape. So we just went ahead and cleaned it up and reused it. It looks fairly amazing. I think it had been replaced at some point. I don't think it was original Volkswagen fender beading, but nonetheless, it was in really good shape. I didn't see any point in replacing it. So yeah, he went ahead and reinstalled those, got the fenders all tightened back up. They were just kind of on there loosely since we had them off for doing the undercoating and so on underneath there. But so he did that. And then I gave him the task of removing the front hood latch cover, and it was pretty dirty and pretty gross looking, and it had a lot of overspray kind of on the sides where the car had been repainted at some point, and the bottom cover here was just kind of scratched up and ugly. So he took and meticulously cleaned this all and managed to preserve the original plating on it, so we didn't have to replate it or paint it or anything like that. So cleaned it up, got it looking really good. And then the bottom cover was painted, so we went ahead and repainted that after a little light sanding and cleaning on that. So yeah, that went back together and looks amazing. Incredible what a difference it makes just being all clean and so on like that versus having like overspray and being dirty. So yeah, looks incredible. Now when they pop their hood, that thing's right there and boom, looks incredible. And then likewise, he took the other part of the hood mechanism and cleaned it up. And I think this thing was fairly gross, so he went ahead and sandblasted and clear coated it and cleaned up the spring and the pin and everything there, got it all looking great. So that will probably go back on pretty soon. Although before we do that, we need to get the hood seal and put that on. But yeah, this is ready to go. So I think that is, for the most part, what Mr. Jacob did today. What I did was finished putting in the windows. So they are in and functional now and work and look great. All new seals, of course. The scrapers were all crusty on these and so on, and same thing with the vent window seal. So everything's brand new now. So did that. And then I went ahead and installed some Dynamat on the doors. You can see it there. And then on the rear inside quarters. So I don't know if I'll post it today, maybe post it tomorrow. I do have a short where I compare, or I close a door that has the Dynamat on it versus the other door, which I hadn't put it on yet. And boy, you can really, really hear the difference between those two doors. So check out that video, probably drop it tomorrow, Christmas Eve day. Again, it's just a short, but you can really hear very, very clearly on the video the sound difference between closing a door with Dynamat versus without. They both have it on there now, but yeah, I did kind of have the foresight to record the sound of the other door before I put it on there. So night and day difference, just really, really, really an enormous difference. So yeah, I did that, and let's see. Had to do a bit of cleaning. They did have some kind of like sound deadening material on the doors and on these rear inside quarters. I don't know what it is, but I can't imagine it was very effective, and it was kind of falling off and stuff anyway. So I just went ahead and Dynamated them up, and I think the owners will appreciate it because I'm sure the car is going to be much more quiet on the inside now, road noise and so on with those, because these cars are basically like giant metal drums. If you don't put sound on them, you can hear this sound here, just like a nice solid thud. It literally sounds like a metal drum without some kind of sound deadening on them. So that is mostly what happened to this one today. There's probably some other things that I'm forgetting. However, I did manage to also work a little bit on the 66 Pearl White Beetle, and ta-da, it has a windshield now. I went to install the windshield yesterday that was provided by the owner, and it did not look very good. It had a lot of delamination. Pretty much around the entire perimeter had delamination on it that would have gone up above where the seal is. So it just looked bad. And we pretty much always put new windshields in every car that we build. And this one was no exception. Anyway, it wasn't an original windshield anyway. It was already a replacement, and it was badly delaminated around the edges, so total no-brainer. Picked up one from Wolfsburg West and popped it in. Went in very, very easily, I have to say. So this car now has all of its windows in it, so it's getting super close. Owner came by today and we talked, and it seems like the only things remaining that we're going to do in our shop is re-index the rear suspension, and I need to readjust the hood since we had it off the other day, and the latch and so on. And then probably, well, obviously we'll install the interior, which is done, and then probably take it on a few test drives and then hand it over. So he's going to do the bumpers and the running boards and some of those kind of more relatively simple things himself, which is great. I'm sure he's anxious to work on it and help him save a few bucks versus paying us to do those relatively simple things. So yeah, I told him we'll probably have this car done like mid-January or maybe the end of January at the latest, I think, because there really just isn't that much left to do on it. So guys, I believe that is it for today. So I am actually traveling tonight to San Diego to spend a few days with my family down there. My family is going down to be with the rest of my family down there. And then we're coming home Christmas Day. I will be in the shop Friday, the whatever that is, the 26th, I guess, and probably Saturday the next day. And then we'll be out of town again starting Sunday, the whatever that is, coming back New Year's Day, and then again I'll be in the shop Friday, I guess the 2nd, Saturday the 3rd, probably Sunday too. I'm gonna have to make up some time here for all the days lost, because no work means no income when you own a little shop like this. So yeah, I will probably be working some weekends here, more so than usual even, but that's okay. I love what I do. I'm fortunate in that respect. So again, I'll probably drop that short I mentioned tomorrow showing the difference between with and without Dynamat on this one. But other than that, I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you may celebrate or not celebrate or whatever. And so I will see you guys again probably Friday. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye.